Having good mental health isn't about trying to avoid the bad days. It's about building a life that supports you through them. But how do you actually do that? Well, today we're going to talk about 10 tips to improve your mental health and well-being so that you can be more emotionally stable. Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm happy that you are here. Now this is a heartfelt video for me because I truly did do a 180 turn on my mental health, going from being medicated for depression and anxiety in a very deep and dark place to now having true emotional clarity, stability, and peace in my life. Now, this journey, it did take time and it did take patience, so give yourself grace throughout it, please. However, just know that some of the things that I'm going to share today can help you master and transform your mental health. And before we dive into the 10 ways, I want to talk about the hidden system that is draining your mental health. You see, we tend to only think about mental health when things feel off, when we're overwhelmed, when we're anxious, when we're drained. But sometimes the real problem isn't just a sudden mental breakdown, it's these subtle everyday things that we barely notice. There's a hidden system of inputs that slowly drain our mental energy, and most of us don't even realize what it is. It can be the food we eat, it can be the scroll on social media, the negativity we consume, the toxic people that we tolerate, the lack of sleep we normalize, music, movies. I mean, it's just content put on repeat. And all of it is shaping our mental state constantly. Not in loud, obvious ways, but in quiet, consistent ones. And that's what we need to figure out. Now, the more self-aware you are, the better, because you're able to make the adjustments that are needed. You'll begin to recognize what's actually nourishing you and then what's actually robbing you of your peace. When you start paying attention to your hidden inputs, you start to take your power back. Now, I'm here to tell you that the good thing is that we can take back control. And coming up are the 10 ways to improve your mental health starting right now. Let's talk about it. Okay, each one of these 10 tips are actionable and you can start them today. And when they are done consistently, they can create a positive ripple effect that will help you improve your mental health and well-being. So the first one is crucial, essentially in our world today, and that is to limit your social media use and audit your feed. The truth is, we are so used to the endless scrolls that we don't actually realize how much it is affecting us. Social media is carefully designed to keep us hooked, delivering everything from entertainment to negativity straight at your fingertips with a simple scroll. Take control back by setting boundaries for yourself. Set timers. You do not need to spend hours on it. If you notice that your mood drops after scrolling, that is a big red flag. Try this for 1 week. Pay attention to how you feel after you get on social media. Then I want you to unfollow and mute the people who make you feel drained, make you compare your life, feel unworthy. I've done it myself over years, step by step, more and more, and the change makes a difference. Do that today and see how everything changes. Moving on to number 2, which is one of my favorite, and that is to move your body daily. Now, this is not intense workouts or going to the gym every day, running a marathon next month. It's about movement in general, whether it's a 15-minute morning walk outside, it could be stretches on your living room floor. Your body craves activity to reset. And here's the thing, doing it outside is so much better. Getting fresh air, sunlight on your face is good for your both physical and your mental state. Movement in the morning is like setting up your system for mental clarity before the day even begins. Highly recommend. The third way to improve your mental health is to start replacing negative self-talk with positive, empowering language. Now, this is where the power of your words come into play because what you say to yourself matters. In Proverbs, it says, the tongue has the power of life and death. And so you need to choose life. I know we've all been there in our head. We're thinking, oh, I'm so bad at this, or nothing ever goes right for me, or I feel so drained and lost. And statements like these are feeding an identity of struggle. So choosing to speak life into your situation can transform how you feel about yourself. When doubt creeps in, pause and just say, I'm working on this and I'm improving. It's a subtle shift, but over time it will help to rewire your brain and focus on possibilities and not limits. Now, for number 4, let's talk about sleep. It is one of the most overlooked priorities when it comes to mental health. Getting quality rest isn't just simply about lying down and closing your eyes. The hours before midnight are actually crucial. They're when your body repairs itself the most. I highly recommend cutting off screens at least 30 minutes, ideally an hour before bed, because your brain just needs that time to wind down and not be stimulated to prepare yourself for a good night's sleep. And if you're someone who struggles with the bedtime scrolling on TikTok, put your phone on the other side of the room. You do not need to have it next to you. Gratitude is up next for number 5, and it is definitely one of my favorite. It's focusing on what's going right rather than what isn't. So I don't want you to overthink it. You don't need even a gratitude journal or a long list every day. I want you to just take 1 or 2 minutes in the morning and before bed, name a few things that you are thankful for. It could be as simple as, I'm thankful I woke up today. I am healthy. I'm grateful for this good cup of coffee. If you are faith-driven like me, then tie it into your Bible study or your prayer time. Gratitude shifts your perspective, and over time it helps you to handle challenges with a more grounded mindset. Now, number 6 for mastering your mental health is a tougher one, but it's so important. And that is setting boundaries with people. This is also cutting off negative ones that are in your life. I won't sugarcoat it. It can be uncomfortable, especially with people that you've known for years and you feel obligated to stay friends with them. But truth is, your mental health comes first. You can't show up for the people you love if you're constantly being drained by people that are negative. Now, boundaries doesn't always mean cutting off people. It could mean simply limiting the time that you spend with them, or even just redirecting conversations that seem to be negative or unproductive. Remember, you are allowed to protect your peace. I'm telling you this now. And if you want a specific video on how to nicely remove negative people from your life or creating boundaries, then let me know in the comments, because I've been doing it for years. Now, the food you consume is number 7. What you put into your body directly impacts how you think and feel. A nourishing, balanced meal can be the medicine for your brain. This does not mean swearing off sweet treats forever. Life is about a bit of balance, but focusing on whole foods, vegetables, proteins, healthy fats, it can make a world of difference. Get rid of all of the processed garbage, please. Only eat food the way that God created them to be. Many people think that nutrition is complicated, but it doesn't have to be. Start with simple swaps. Replace processed snacks for some nuts and fruit. Add more greens to your plate. Look at the labels. Read the ingredients. Small choices will stack up over time. Tip number 8 is spending time outside in nature. I used to be very guilty of staying indoors because I'm a homebody, but I noticed that when I would get outdoors and leave my house, my mood and my energy would change. Whether it's a walk in the park, a hike if you're someone who likes hikes, not me, sitting at the beach, my kind of thing, or just spending time outside in your backyard, there's something incredibly grounding about being in nature. It reduces stress levels and it can bring a sense of calm that's just hard to find indoors. It doesn't have to be a big planned trip or event. Just take a step outside and reconnect. It could also be a great time to tie in your gratitude as well. Now, the 9th way to improve your mental health and well-being is to find a hobby or a passion project that brings you joy. We all need something in our lives that is ours. Not work, not productive per se, something that just lights us up without the feeling of pressure to perform. Could be painting, could be a language, could be a sport. Anything artsy. Like, it doesn't need to make money or be perfect. It's just about doing something that feels good. It could be something creative. It could be something educational as well. But if you're not sure where to start, think about what you enjoyed as a kid. What made you lose track of time? What were you always super excited to go and do? Start there and try things and then see what you enjoy. Number 10 is to declutter your environment. Now, you may have heard the phrase, a cluttered space is a cluttered mind. It's the truth. When your space is clean and organized, your brain tends to think more clearly. So start small. Maybe it's your desk, maybe it's your car, maybe it's your kitchen counter. Once you clear those unnecessary items of clutter, you'll notice how much different of a space your head feels. So look at your surfaces and your floors. Do you have things piled up? Is there anything that can be tidied away? And if you are someone who does keep their house nice and neat, I recommend decluttering the inside of places. Closets, drawers, cupboards. We often hold so much that we just don't actually need, but we forget about because it's hidden. Now, here's something powerful to consider while you're working on all of these. Your identity plays a key role in making these changes stick. Research shows that how you see yourself can lead to a lasting mental health improvement. For example, if you stop viewing yourself as someone who struggles to set boundaries or is a people pleaser, instead you see yourself as someone who actually values your peace and protects it, your actions will naturally align with that identity. It's not about the habits themselves, it's about the version of yourself you are stepping into. Try to make them align. Visualize who you want to be. Does that person stay up till 2 a.m. scrolling on TikTok? Probably not. Do they prioritize gratitude or make time for moving their body? Most likely, yes. Now remember, mental health isn't just fixing what's broken. It's about building a system that supports you in the long term. You don't need to tackle all 10 tips at once. Pick one and leave it in the comments below of what you're going to focus on this week. Now, if you live by God's word like I do, and if you'd like a faith-based approach to improving your mental health, let me know in the comments, because my faith and walk with God has been such a powerful and essential part of my journey to improving my mental health. And I would be excited to share more of that if that's something that you would find helpful. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, then please consider subscribing and joining the family. And then this is a video that you may actually want to watch next. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next one.